A young woman and a young man were walking together. Suddenly, the woman grabbed the man's arm and pointed ahead. "Look, isn't that your wife Ting Ting? Wasn't she supposed to be away on a trip?" Hearing this, the man immediately pulled out his phone, dialed her number, and held it to his ear. Meanwhile, Ting Ting was walking down the street. Her phone suddenly rang, so she stopped, looked around, answered the call, and said, "Hello." The man asked, "Ting Ting, where are you?" Ting Ting replied, "I told you yesterday. I'm on a trip with my friend. What's wrong?" The man said, "Nothing. Just enjoy yourself and have fun." Looking a little worried, Ting Ting replied, "Okay, we'll talk later." As soon as the call ended, the man angrily followed behind her. A little while later, Ting Ting opened the door to a house and walked inside. "Mom!" she called out. She sat down beside her mother and said, "Mom, I'm back. Today is your birthday. I brought a cake for you." Her mother sighed and said sadly, "Sweetheart, what's gotten into you? Why buy a cake? Life is already hard enough for you." At that moment, the man ran up to the house and stopped outside the door, secretly listening to their conversation. The woman continued with a sigh, "This is all my fault. I've become a burden to you." Ting Ting quickly replied, "Mom, what are you saying? After Dad passed away, you worked so hard and sacrificed so much to raise me. Isn't taking care of you the least I can do? Don't worry, Mom. It's your birthday today. Let's not talk about sad things. You must be hungry. I'll make something for you to eat." With that, she picked up a gift bag and left. Standing outside the door, the man thought to himself, "So that's it. You've secretly brought your mother to the city behind my back. Fine, just wait." Then he left as well. A little later, Ting Ting returned carrying a bag of groceries. As soon as she opened the door, she called out, "Mom!" But when she looked over, the chair was empty. She immediately panicked. She ran into one room, but her mother wasn't there. Then she checked another room, but her mother wasn't there either. Returning to the living room in a panic, she suddenly dropped the grocery bag. "Mom!" she cried. Then she rushed outside to look for her. Along the way, she ran up to a young woman and urgently asked, "Have you seen an older lady about this tall?" The woman replied, "No, I haven't." "Okay, thank you," Ting Ting said before running off. A little farther down the street, she stopped another woman and asked, "Have you seen a woman this tall wearing white clothes?" The second woman shook her head. "No." Then she walked away. Ting Ting kept running and calling out, "Mom! Mom!" Eventually, she became exhausted and sat down crying. Just then, her phone rang. She answered it and said, "Hello." The man asked, "Where are you right now?" Ting Ting replied, "Didn't I already tell you? I'm traveling with my friend." The man angrily said, "You're still lying to me? Get back here right now." Ting Ting immediately hung up. A short time later, the man opened the door and walked into the house carrying the elderly woman on his back. He carefully brought her over to the couch and gently helped her sit down. Then he sat beside her and said, "Mom, get some rest. I'll bring you a glass of water." After saying that, he walked away. A few moments later, he returned with a glass of water, sat beside her and said, "Here you go, Mom. Drink some water." Just then, Ting Ting opened the door and walked inside. When she saw her mother and the man sitting together, she froze in shock. She hurried over, grabbed her mother's hand, sat beside her, and asked anxiously, "Mom, how did you get here?" The man looked at her angrily and said, "So now you remember she's your mother? Do you realize how old she is? How could you leave her all alone? You told me her legs aren't in good condition. What if something had happened to her?" Ting Ting lowered her head and said nervously, "Honey, Mom's health has been getting worse and worse. I brought her here because I wanted to take care of her. I was always afraid to tell you because I thought..." Before she could finish, the man interrupted her. "Do you have any idea how much your mother sacrificed to raise you? Do you know how much she suffered over the years? If she can't even stay with her own daughter, then what's the point of all those sacrifices? And you lied to me, saying you were traveling with your friend, but in reality, you secretly brought your mother to the city and left her living here alone. Don't you realize how much that must have hurt her?" Feeling ashamed, Ting Ting said, "Honey, I'm sorry. I won't do it again." The man spoke seriously. "Since the day we got married, I've accepted everything about you. Isn't your mother my mother too? Isn't this her home as well? We're a family, aren't we?" Then he held the elderly woman's hand and said, "Mom, from now on, you're not going anywhere. You'll stay here with us. Ting Ting and I will take care of you together." Hearing those words, the woman smiled happily and said, "Okay." Friends, what did you think of our story? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.